Before you get into the real estate market, get clarity, perspective, and the information you need.
I've been listening to you, and I love your show.
Right here with broker owner Dan Gemis, host of the Dan Gemis Real Estate Show.
Okay, we are back here on AM 800. It is 12:35 and a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm with Joyce Blackmere, Director of Sales of the Dan Gemis team. Hey, Joyce.
Hey.
We also have Chris Gibb from Gibb Insurance Brokers. Hello, Chris.
Howdy, Dan.
Deputy Mayor of the town of Amherstburg also. And lots of stuff happening in Amherstburg today.
Yes, lots of stuff. We've got some fantastic weather. If you come downtown, you randomly get to be on a radio show this afternoon.
See what happens? Right time, right place, right?
That's right.
So listen, our insurance tip today is all about jewelry riders, which it's a great topic.
Yes. It's funny. I always say in your insurance policy, the big print giveth and the small print taketh away.
Oh my God, it's a great way of putting it.
So, nobody reads that policy, all
Yes.
that little print and limitations and things like that. So I had a situation over the last couple of weeks that made me think about this is, most homeowners insurance policies, the maximum amount they're going to give you for jewelry coverage for theft or what we call mysterious disappearance is maybe $5,000 or $6,000.
Okay.
So, for some people that may be...
So is it a problem that my jewelry has gone missing mysteriously about 10 times in the last...
Well,
would that be an issue, right? It must have something to do with that, right? I'm sure people will just mysteriously have jewelry missing.
A lot can happen. You can have an engagement ring
Sure.
where one day you just look and the diamond's fallen out. And that's, that's a mysterious disappearance. Or we've had situations where they've, someone put their hand in a bin and pulled it out and the ring got pulled off. Or they took it off to wash their hands and
Sure.
they walked away. So that's what a mysterious disappearance is.
Okay.
But in the industry, most policies will have $5,000 or $6,000 worth of coverage built into the policy.
Okay.
And then if you require more coverage than that, you can
top
purchase
it
a
up.
rider.
Sure.
Which, you'll provide a receipt or an appraisal, and then you can get almost like having a little policy for that piece of jewelry.
So I shouldn't bother for a rider for my $10 wedding ring?
No.
Okay. Got it. It's included. It's all good.
Well, and it's not just for wedding rings or jewelry.
Sure.
There's
Watches,
bracelets,
heirlooms and stuff,
heirlooms.
yeah.
You can never replace the sentimental value, but you want to make sure that you have it properly insured. Because
No
if
doubt.
you've got a $20,000 engagement ring, that's like walking around with $20,000 cash all day long.
Yeah. My goodness.
And it's never fun to find out that you don't have enough coverage after the bad thing
No,
happens.
that's, what, we've learned that over the years. Nikki's parents just went through a house fire, as we all know, and their house burnt down to the ground. So that's been a great example of, having to, really give some thought. It reminded all of us to really look at our policies, because until something happens, you don't bother looking, right?
Well, that's it. You never think it's going to happen to you, but
Yes.
it's going to happen to someone.
Yes.
And if it is you want to make sure
right.
that you've taken that time to prepare.
While you're here, Chris, let's talk a bit about deductibles, right?
Okay.
Because it's a big topic, and people are nobody wants to pay. Everyone wants to keep their rates down, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
oftentimes the way to mask a rate increase is to increase the deductible.
Yes.
Right? Is that fair to say?
That's what a lot of people do.
Yeah. So what is your typical average deductible? Would it be $1,000, a couple $1,000?
I would say your average home insurance deductible these days is $1,000.
Okay.
That's you have to think about, are you going to put in a claim for something that's less than $1,000? Because the problem is if you put in a claim for the small thing, and then the big thing happens 6 months later, now you've got two claims.
Right.
So it's about $1,000 is pretty standard for the home insurance.
And the deductible would be per incident.
Yes, per
Right,
claim.
okay.
Per
Not-
claim.
Not per year or whatever. So
No. It's if you have a claim, that's your what you call your self-insured limitation. Is you pay for the first 1,000 in damage.
How high can you get your deductible to go? Like, is it possible to do a $5,000 or $10,000 deductible?
It is. There's people who have a $5,000 or $10,000 deductible. A lot of times, once you get up to that $2,500 deductible for a standard home insurance
Sure.
policy, there's not much more room to save.
Not much bigger.
But when you have, if you've got a bigger home or a more expensive home, then there's definitely there's savings to be had.
Okay.
But
All right.
for some people, if you haven't had a claim in 20 years, maybe it's worth taking a little higher deductible.
Yeah, you know what's going to happen? After
Yeah,
that happens?
exactly. Murphy's Law. Yeah.
That happened to my cousin. She years and years ago. When we had a $250 deductible, and I said to her, that's a low deductible. You should put it up to $1,000, and she did. And I think 3 or 4 weeks later, she had a pipe burst.
Oh.
And then nobody wants to. What do you mean I have 1,000 deductible? So you never win. You never win in the insurance business.
So what are you seeing out there trending insurance-wise? Obviously a lot of people are seeing their rates going up.
It always seems like there's an excuse for them to go up. But, I mean, it's the cost of repairs is really driving rates right now. It's the inflation we see in the repair business is just outrageous. It's trying to keep good tradespeople on staff.
Yeah, no doubt. Cost of everything has gone up, right?
Yeah.
So another very strange, random question. But we know somebody who there was an issue with some siding melting on the side of the house.
Okay.
Now the whole house didn't have an issue, just some of the siding, and their insurance company is basically only offering to replace the damaged section, which is only part of the wall.
Okay.
And they no longer make the same siding or the same color that they had.
Yeah.
And so it's one of those issues where they're going to replace only the part that's damaged, but there'll be a different siding on the rest of the wall, which will be as close a match as possible. But you know as well as I do, you're not going to make it look the same.
It's not going to make it look the same. That's always a tough one because, you're if you replace all of the siding, and again, siding is something that deteriorates over time, much like a roof. So if they replace all of the siding, well then, you've got better than what you had.
Yes.
Where if they just replace the damaged portion, you just can't do that. So,
yes.
Yeah, there might be, in a situation like that, there might be a way that you can, almost take a cash settlement for for settling for the different colors.
Sure.
It's weird. They do it a lot with roofs. Roofs happens all the time. You've got a 25-year roof.
Yeah, they no longer make the same shingle.
And they don't make the same shingle.
Yeah.
Well, you should have replaced the roof anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a depreciation kind of
And I
idea.
guess at the end of the day, our rates would be skyrocketing if every time something small happened, a shingle or something, they'd have to replace the whole roof. Our rates would be much higher.
Exactly.
Right?
It's all about what they pay out
and
what they have to take in. We all sort of have a social contract there of
I guess
because we don't want to pay more.
Nope.
But when it happens to us, we definitely want to.
We want it
sure
all for less, Chris. It's like everything in life, right? We want more for less.
And it's tough. I get it. You pay a lot of money for insurance, and when it does happen to you, you want to have what you paid for.
Yes.
So it's tough. It's tough out there.
So listen, for those listening out there who want to get a quote on their insurance or it's coming up, how do they reach out to your team?
The best way is just pick up the phone, give us a call, 519-736-8228. You can reach us at the office, or you can go online at Gibb Insurance, Gibb insurance.ca. You can get a quote right online, and if it interests you, you can purchase it online, or you can have somebody call you. We've got it all figured out.
So listen, and that's obviously great information, Chris. And as Deputy Mayor of the town of Amherstburg, anything exciting coming up in town?
Lots of excitement. I think our new Dairy Queen is open, so that's very exciting.
Opened yesterday.
We've got people are showing interest in the Bellevue property.
Yes.
The town put out a request for proposals for a redevelopment and hopefully being able to save that historic building. So there may be more news on that coming.
Good.
Excellent.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Things
Awesome.
are moving.
Chris Gibb from Gibb Insurance Brokers and Deputy Mayor of town of Amherstburg. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Always great to see you and Joyce. Thank you so much.
You got it. 100%. There you go. So we'll take a break here. We're going to come back. We'll go over our open houses that we've got happening today. And we're going to talk with Bethany Del Monte, owner of Musicland. She's our featured business today. And she's got some exciting stuff happening at Musicland. So we'll talk about that and lots more. A reminder, we're going to give away the Richmond Popcorn Company gift card after the break. If you want a chance to win the $50 for the Richmond Popcorn Company, you can text in to win with the keyword FRESH, F-R-E-S-H, FRESH, with your first and last name to 10800, and you'll have a chance to win the contest. Lots more to come right here on the Dan Gemmis Real Estate Show.